people who them know, people who them look up to, people who them emulate get slain meters away from themselves, sometimes even right beside them, sometimes even them even clutch these persons and watch these persons or experience these persons take them last breath. You understand? So after all of them something, after them turmoil, after them anguish, after them life traumatic, them traumatizing experience, you don't get no form of mentorship, you don't get no form of therapy to move past them something. So all of them things they have to internalize and know how to deal with it by yourself. So them hardship, the pain bring pain. You understand me? I say, I'm going to ask you a question, G. If you're going to interview somebody and say the person is inebriated, because obviously, the man was inebriated. First of all, let me say something, call out the elephant in the room. Anthony Miller, you are wrong to conduct that interview with Jashii under the influence. You understand me? I say, Zine, you are wrong, Anthony Miller, to do that, to conduct that interview there while the person was intoxicated. You understand? That is very unprofessional. After you should never interview the person they say, but you know, you didn't want the soundbite them, you want the clickbait them, you didn't want him to say things were outside the character and things that would have brought him to ridicule, which would make your program get more views. So I understand why you do it. But irrespective of the fact, I understand why you do it, you're still wrong. Mr. Miller, Mr. Anthony Miller, you are wrong. That was extremely unprofessional of you for interviewing an artist while he was inebriated or intoxicated, knowing that you were going to put it on a public platform, especially on a very, we call it, conservative media platform as Television Jamaica. You should have never conducted an interview with a person like that is inebriated to put him on a conservative platform such as TVJ while you know that. That's straight journalism 101. That's ethics 101. You know better than that, Anthony Miller. So you're wrong. You're right there, so. Second of all, the people them around Jashii, the man them around him in an inner circle, the man them were there with him, every single last one want a conk in on the forehead. The whole of want a conk in on the forehead. The whole of need a slap on the wrist. The whole of really and truly. Somehow they need to get shub out too. Shub right out. Because you're not supposed to know so the artist on a handle, whoever is him manager, whoever is him roadie, whoever is him whoever is in charge of whoever is his publicist deserve to lose them work. Because number one, them supposed to know and stand up and see what go on in the interview and see and try to reschedule the interview, seeing that Jashii was inebriated. I try to say, I could delay the interview for another 2-3 hours. I could see if I can get him sober up, give him some tomato juice, see if I can give him some onion and garlic or something, and slap out the intoxication out of him system. See if I can make him drink some water, or whatever, and get him at a more calmer and sober mind to speak on an interview. Yeah. Grant you what it is that he said in the interview. A lot of what he is, the majority of what he said in the interview, I don't take a grain of salt with any of it. I concur. I agree with the majority of what he says in the interview. The majority, like the vast majority of what he said, I agree with it. You understand? It's not a matter for me say, oh, Jashii attack foolishness or whatever. The only problem that I had with this interview, the main problem that I had with this interview was the fact that he was inebriated. So his delivery was a little bit uncouth. You understand me I say? The delivery when gay, it was a little bit raw, a little bit, we call it now, overly aggressive and agitative. You understand me I say? It wasn't smooth, it wasn't easy going, it never painted him in a somber light. He came off as an aggressor and he came off as somebody who was hostile in his demeanor because of the inebriation. I mean, no say because he intoxicated while all them something going. No. Make you broke down the things that I'm saying at the interview now. Enough people are taking use sound bites. Now, a lot of the persons who have jumped up and saying, oh, them not like how the man do the interview and one bag or something. They didn't watch the full interview. Them basically work off of Twitter. And what them see go on Twitter and the little sound bites of them take for an interview and the little memes them when them create and I say, oh, the man a junking this and oh the man this and the man violent and them chat too much and one bag or something. They never watch the full interview. The interview is on YouTube right now is 11 minutes and 31 seconds. You understand? Zine? And them say Jashii's explosive interview on ER. You understand? Alright. First thing is first. Even in the first, from the interview start, you can see the setup with Anthony Miller do. The man say, the man make mention and zoom in close up the champagne name and all them something. He even mentioned the hour of the day, which was like about after 1, and oh, this is how you do it, this is what success looks like, and them something and rare. And Jashii eloquently, even though he was intoxicated, he eloquently stated that this is not say success, this is just celebrate him and celebrate the fact say all them life in a music, he has wanted to be on a platform such as Entertainment Report, and now he is there. So him does a pop champagne and I celebrate the fact that him actually achieved that. So I'm excited and them something. And obviously he got carried away in that. That is why again me blame him publicist, whoever is him road manager, whoever is him manager, whoever him management team, I blame them for them dropping the ball panda level right there. So alright. Now the way how let me tell you something, I say the way how Anthony Miller paint the narrative, create the narrative about this whole thing. The man say, him a ride a wave of so-called reality songs and gun songs. You understand? The man say so-called, because you know him say so-called reality songs and he never say so-called gun songs. Because he must say, the song them when him claim say, where Jashii claims say a reality song is a false sense of reality that for them depiction or for them what they might try to purport reality as, they might try to make reality seem like say, okay, it is this and it is that and it's that grimy. Because them man they when him Anthony Miller, them not living at the real Jamaica, you know. For them part of Jamaica where them live at the gated part of Jamaica. You understand? At the if reality was a soda, them would have living at the Diet Coke of Jamaica. You understand? The filtered version of Jamaica, them living at. Them not living at, them not know the grimy and the grit and first of all, where Jashii come from up a Grand Spain, even though a Grand Spain are run good at now. Grand Spain a place where synonymous for turmoil and violence and reprisals and people being up in arms. A bad man place. A bad man place. Officially. Like everybody know. From here, Grand Spain, you know, you're not playing them place. Them place, they have to put respect upon them location in a Kingston. You understand? Them live it up there and on joke thing. You understand? Even though them place, the Grand Spain kind of the uptown away, right off Charlotte Road, right off Barbican, there so. You understand me? I say, even though a deso Grand Spain, the Grand Spain a garrison. Uptown garrison. So whether or not a man want to look upon it and say, okay, oh, the address kind of up there, so I still garrison. Anybody who know Jamaica and know Kingston, know say, up there, so a garrison. You understand? So no matter what they want to say, Ray or whatever, garrison the man born and grow. You see a man like Jashii in the circles where him grow. I'm not going to say this, and everybody will grow in a garrison. Grow come no gun. And everybody will grow in a garrison. Grow come no badness. And everybody will grow in a garrison, grow and get indoctrinated in a life of crime. Now, based on the purportment of Jashii, you can see that this young man is somebody who has seen the darker sides of garrison liberty. He has seen or he has been exposed to the darker sides of garrison liberty. Now that he has tried to embrace his musical talents or his musical exploits, he is basically giving himself a medium where he can bring himself away from that. But bringing yourself away from that doesn't mean that you're going to disenfranchise yourself from the entire lifestyle where you live and live a fantasy life or depict a fantasy of what is his claim to fame or his life branch or his lifeline to pull himself out of the squalor that he grew up under is for him to depict his lifestyle in an harmonious way. You understand? In song. He's like a poet of his circumstances. You understand me? I say, so him a put theme. Him come like, it's like a Shakespearean thing him a deal with. Based on a Shakespearean depiction of the life where him live. You understand? When him put his lifestyle or his experiences, whether the negative or positive, in a poetic form as a medium to skate on that true poverty. As him say, as Anthony would have said, so-called reality music and a so-called reality, a theme reality that. Theme reality, I sing about theme reality. This is a reality where people like Anthony Miller, people from the upper echelons of society can never, ever, ever, ever truly understand, because they live in gated communities or they live in well-manicured communities that are patrolled not only by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, but by King Alarm and Archive and certain things. So certain things they are not exposed to. These people who are bashing the young man, they have never seen one of their childhood friends get slain in front of them eye. Not even say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 person you see slain in front of your eyes. And after you see these people slain, you have never gone to therapy any at all. This is the life and this is the experience of people like Jashii and artists like them they live. Where them see them friends, people who them know, people who them look up to, people who them emulate get slain meters away from themselves, sometimes even right beside them, sometimes even them even clutch these persons and watch these persons or experience these persons take them last breath. You understand? So after all of them something, after them turmoil, after them anguish, after them life traumatic, them traumatizing experience, you don't get no form of mentorship, you don't get no form of therapy to move past them something. So all of them things they have to internalize and know how to deal with it by yourself. So them hardship, the pain bring pain. You understand me? I say terrorism internalizes in you and turns you into a terrorist of your own society. So the demons them pan the external sometimes them sets and come in you and indoctrinate themselves in you and take over you like a parasite. So them negative thinking, them negative thought, them negative action start of a parasitic action on your brain. So you end up become the same thing where you fear. People like Anthony Miller, them never grow in our society where the same people them where them used to get up, the same little youth them where used to get up and play scrimmage on a Sunday. Or when you come from school at evening time, when in a 5th grade, 6th grade, we used to run up and down and kick ball with them Monday and wait on your side for you have a little dirty ball field. The same man them we used to laugh and ramp with. You grow 5 years later, 4 years later, 3 years later, the same man them we used to replay scrimmage with, them Monday end up get gun and I try kill you. The same man them where you grow up play ball with. The same youth them where you grow and boat run and the man over the part, the car feed plate come and get some of the food. The same youth them where you tear off one food box and 500 in the amount of the one box. Grow because him live Panda Lane there and you live Panda Lane here. You and him automatically become enemy. And if the same man where you grow with see you are dead, you're dead. And if you see him, you end up have to kill him. So it's end up of a kill or be kill society. They have never ever grown in this type of society before. We are based on, you want to come from the same community, you know. But because you live on one different road in another community, or you live on one different side of the lane. Because in some communities, the top of the lane are war against the bottom of the lane. Or the middle of the lane are war with the two ends of the lane them. So these things happen and these things are realities of people's face. But a lot of persons will come from the more manicured part of Jamaica. They don't understand this. A lot of persons have this false sense of reality where them feel like say, if somebody threaten you, the safest place for you to go is to go to the police station to report these persons. While they don't understand, say you going to the police station or you waiting on the police to come and defend you is a death sentence you are signing for yourself. And remember this, human nature is naturally embedded with a whole system of self-preservation. You understand? The moment you decide, you start doing things that is not going to preserve your life, that is the insanity, that is mental delinquency. You understand? Your entire being, your entire sense of self, your entire psychosis, your entire psyche is developed to preserve your life or to make you live as long or as best as you possibly can. So if you know that somebody is going to threaten you and you have it in your head over and over repeatedly said those persons are out there to kill you, yourself and your psyche is going to develop a system where you in turn will start to defend yourself or propagate means for you to ensure your safety, to defend yourself and yours. So when the man sits and come in an interview and say, Mr. Miller, him look on him friend them and tell him friend them, say, if Uno, him know say, Uno, I go kill me, me I go murder uno. This is the reality of life. Because Anthony Miller has never had a situation where he and his friends are so distant in thought that his friends are going to step to him to murder him. Every man we in a ghetto, we born and grow in a ghetto, see them something here. Where the same little youth them, we used to go basic school with, where your used to sit down and broke one Nutribullet, share one pink milk bag juice. So the pink milk them we used to get, you and him share a pink milk, broke a bulla, 4 on him one bulla, Nutribullet. Zin, 4 on him one bulla. And when you grow up, after you left basic school and you reach all high school, first farm, 3 of them man there, I try to kill you. 3 of them man there, I try to kill the next man. 2 man I try to kill 2 man, and the whole town used to share one bulla. And it's not because you and that person have any personal grievance or any personal animus. It's just because of who that person associate with and who you associate with. Sometimes you don't even associate with them just because of where you are unfortunate enough to be born or to be living on a road where for them family and that road they are. Or them friend up there so on the road where you live on a war. So them man the way you grow and see as friend, as brethren, where you could have basically be brothers. Eat out of the same pot, eat off of the same food. Them same man they grow and end up wanting to kill you. And trust and believe. When them are going to kill you or when it come time for kill you, them now go say, stop. Me and him used to eat the same bulla. Me and him used to share bag juice. Him did show some of him tigers in my hand miggle. Him now go say, stop. It's going to be point the gun off of you and then anything will happen after that. So when you know that this is a fact, when you know that this is a fact and a reality where you have to grow with, you have to grow with that reality. You yourself, the same evil out there, the evil presence out there, we are trying to kill you. It end up captivate your soul and create a sense, a survival mechanism in you. When no say, if you know say them man they come to kill you, is either you kill them first or you're dead. Is either you kill them man they will come for you first or you're dead. In the garrison, is either is a sheep or is a wolf. There's no in between when you're a man. Is either is a sheep or is a wolf. Any man where you sit down in a badness, in a ghetto, is either them a sheep or them a wolf. You have some man where for them ratings is so high where them not have to take gun and run down man. But if the right wolf come to them still are got dead. The man them from for your side they respect you now go join a badness because them respect you certain way. Because you have a little name, you was a baller, your father was bad man, your brother was bad man or something, so you have a little name, so you have to go in a badness. Because your forefathers or your ancestors set it for you. Or you have a superior talent like an artist or a footballer. Or the man them knows you're bright in a school, the man them going to protect you and say you are our little ghetto product. You are our little ghetto prodigy where them take care of this. So. But you still have to create a mentality of being either a sheep or a wolf. Once you're a sheep, people are going to take advantage of you straight. Nobody in the ghetto wants you to be a sheep. Your mother grow you to be a wolf. If you have a father down there, your brother them, your uncle them, your auntie them, everybody grow you and indoctrinate say you have to be a wolf. So after years of that psychological onslaught, and you say, alright, boom, you have to be a predator, you have to be an alpha. There is no way you are going to grow and say, okay, me know that you are from Maliko youth, and yes, he want to kill me, but me just talk it out to them. No. The moment you hesitate, I dead, you're dead. The moment you hesitate, I dead, you're dead. No. When Jashii say, if my friend them want to kill me, I going to murder them. Yes, it sounds harsh too, no? It sounds extremely harsh. But when you hear it, at the same thing when me does what him say, me just explain a while ago, you know. But it's always say me little bit more colorful with my vernacular. Me have a little bit more mastery of the English language so me can say it in a way that is easily digestible to uno out there or to society. Or me say it in a way where it treads societal norms in a way where it not sound so hideous or so heinous. But it's the same exact thing. If Jashii did come on the TV and use word heap a big word and talk about fortitude and one bag of something, everybody would say, yes, he's so intelligent and them something there. You understand? Everybody say, yes, man, it's well spoken, but because he spoke it in such a raw term, or he use it in such a raw sense, people are going to say that he's an animal. When they don't even know that this animal that you're seeing, this is exactly what society is. This is what society has manifested. This is the demon that society has created. And the truth is, it is out there in all of us. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. The same society will create them demon here. And the same society will look upon them and scan them. And look upon them and say, oh my God, how did this happen? Because you get up every day and you look upon Jamaica through your glass, them will tint up your rose-colored shades. Because you look upon society and you listen to the news and say, oh, them criminal demon boy, they around there. So, and you know, understand, say, the same place where the criminal demon them there. Good people live there. Suckling pan breast. Remember, saying a body no born as a deviant, you know. A socialization, and you become a victim of your circumstances, and you become a victim of the situation where you're born in. You understand? If you listen to that entire interview without societal or social biases, and you listen to everything what this young youth has say, and still do not see this youth as a prodigy, as a product of that ghetto, of somebody who seems like he wants better for not only himself, but the people in his immediate surrounding. The man make a statement where even me and myself say, this is one of the things that me say, me find wrong in the interview. Where the man say, if me have $100,000 today, 100 man beg me, I give away the whole 100,000 out of it. And then tomorrow, him go look at money off a dub plate or something. So him can have it if he do what he want to do that day there. The reason why I have a problem with that statement that what Jashii say is because you see when you're that kind-hearted, people are going to try to manipulate you and take advantage of you. When Anthony Miller asks and says, so what if they ask tomorrow? He was so naive to the fact to say, oh, they won't ask tomorrow because they've already gotten today. He was so naive to that. So you can see there's a little bit of naivety in the person of him. But one of the calming parts of the interview was when Anthony started to press him about his family status. He spoke of his brother, Harry. Big up yourself, Harry. Big up yourself, boom, boom. He spoke of his brother, Harry, and how Harry has taken responsibility of his child, and also the fact that his mother is still adamant that she wants to continue to sell soup in the community. She doesn't want to sit at home to take care of him, and he's saying that he is of means to do that. And when he started to speak of his mother, how far he went up into his feelings and his emotions, you could literally see and feel the love resonating through the screen. Because my phone, I watch it and I feel the love for his mother resonating through the phone screen and grabbing me. Make it giving me a sense of John Star that you really and truly respect everything when mother do for him and him brother do for him and him. So is really and truly appreciative of everything that his mother has done for him. And he spoke of how he wants to take his mother out of school and the way is me not talk about, you see, even though him intoxicated and he was inebriated and he was being angry and he spoke with a sense of arrogance, when it came to that point of the interview, when him start to speak about his mother, he man simmer down to nothing but gravy and potato. Simmer right down to the thickest of the part of the gravy where every broad bean bust in the gravy. Simmer right down. And he spoke of his mother with such passion. You understand? When everybody are going to jump up and sets and jump on the bandwagon and try to tear. Can I see it, you know? I see everybody on Twitter cut the video. Everybody on Instagram cut the video. Everybody on TikTok cut the video and I make be memes. But when the food and them something and then turn it into a joke. When only not even say this is exactly how it's the heart of Jamaica. We only not understand. Not want to feel like the heart of Jamaica, the beach, them on the north coast. Or the heart of Jamaica, the man them will live uptown. Or the heart of Jamaica, the man them will sit so and go out in them suit or the call center. Them. The heart of Jamaica and the beating heart of Jamaica is every garrison, is every gully, is every trench in this country. That is the heartbeat and the soul. The heartbeat and the soul of this nation is the ghetto, is the poorest of the poor. Is the people who they have nuts, the people who don't have the opulence, the people who cannot afford when Christmas come, forget one big ham, one turkey, kidney, whatever. We cannot afford to get the people who cannot afford these things, the persons who cannot afford to put a pepper light on them house because JPS is going to crucify them come January. The people who cannot afford the basic necessities to live a comfortable life in a country, those are the persons who are the lifeline of Jamaica. If every ghetto be empty out, if 50 boat, 50 cruise ship come to Jamaica, and say everybody from Tivoli, everybody from Jungle, everybody from Greenwich Farm, everybody from Grand Spen, everybody from Dunkirk, Southside, Tel Aviv, Spoilers, Flanker, every ghetto in a Jamaica, if everybody from every ghetto in a Jamaica is supposed to go up on a cruise ship, and it's sail away from Jamaica, Jamaica doom. Jamaica is doomed. Because if the people in the upper echelons of society cannot sustain this economy. Because without poor people, the rich will not get rich. The rich cannot maintain them riches without the labor force. And the labor force, the driving force of this country, are the persons from the garrison. The people who clean on a shit, a garrison them come from. The people who take up on a rubbish, a garrison them come from. When they got hospital, they get gunshot and them sitting, the people who take care of the nurse them, the water attendant, the janitor them, a ghetto them come from. The police them, we are persecute when I run it down and I shoot we and kill we half. A ghetto them come from. The soldier them, everybody, the people them, a ghetto all of them people they come from. Uptown people, pitney, nah go put on no police uniform and run down nobody. The man them downtown and run down the people them for take with them goods in a Christmas time. Metro, all of them come from ghetto. Every single one of them. Ghetto them come from. So if ghetto people for left Jamaica, it cannot go on. And what the man said so, that interview, even I myself, when me actually know I'm privy to the fact of what is going on, even my heart came out and even I was enlightened to a whole lot of things. And it's like my third eye open. And it's like, say, summer, you know, like when the rain fall and the AC not working in the car and the glass just easy. And you get to a rag and you set and wipe it off. You can see straight through the glass now. It come like a that interview they do for me. Cause me that see, but me never did that see. You same time me wipe it off and the man wipe off. And me start look out there and me say, yo, you know, say, this is why the country stay how it stay. The heart of Jamaica, they get to them are bleed. And there's nothing that our leaders can do at this point in time to stop the hemorrhaging. What going on right now is something where is so engraved in the system. It's like for us to fix the crime and violence in a Jamaica right now, it's almost next to impossible. I not say it impossible, you know, because anything is possible through Christ. I believe in that straight, you know. But when you see how the man attack and what go on with everything this so, you can see say this is something systematic, this is something sets are embedding and engraving in the children from them a youth a come. So when you hear the man talk about say him friend him have to look on him own a friend him and tell him say if me hear so not try kill me I go murder uno. These are the harsh realities of life. Where every youth, we're in the certain factions in the ghetto, know this. Know say the youth them where you grow with. The youth them where you grow with, the youth them where you run boat, the youth them where you used to go fear with, go look gal. Youth them where you used to set some, you and him sit down and him teach you for brush off your clocks off. It brush out your clocks for the suede stand up on it. The man them will teach you that, and them same man they turn around and end up and kill you. The same man them used to walk to school at the time, the man them lock the ends. The same man them used to lock the ends and ensure that some man from over that part, come over that part, yeah. When you grow, and them said man they try to kill you, or you have to try to kill them. And so it have to be survival of the fittest. Dog eat dog. So the thing said, lion eat the lion cub or the lion cub them get fight and kill them, pooper. I saw the thing set in the ghetto, in the garrison. Somebody said the politician can help, they got money, but the harsh realities of life is now the money where the politician them have if you push out in the ghetto like them pay have something there. That cash they can't, cash incentive can't help. Because the man them in the ghetto are bad, them have money too. The days of man broke and bad, done. Any man who broke and bad, dead. Any man who broke and bad, dead. If you're broke right now in a badness, you're dead. If you're not dead yet, trust me, just count your days. You're going to get a little cheap funeral. Dead, you're go dead. Because in Jamaica, badness go hand in hand and badness synonymous with money now. So even if you see a man in one Clarks and one cut off with jeans, and you see a man in one polo slippers, and one Nautica shorts, and one Nautica hat, and one next polo shirt and them something, even though you see him dressed so, him have a thinking piece of food back at him, and him have crazy guns back at him too. So the politician can't come with a man and say, yo, here what? Me have a little road work for you go do and match. Them man in a business about road work, and them man they get clean money with them and now for dirty. Where them have to just sit down and those money just come into them. So the man them no business about that again. So the days of politician sits and rapping bad man run finger, and then what the politician them did wrong is the politician them did do a thing what they where the man them try to eradicate every done. The man them we used to have talk, the man them we used to have we call it now, have pull, or the man them used to have clout in the community them. The government sits and round up the whole of them. Who them not kill, them put a jail. So, it's like you take out the head of every faction. After you take out the head, the shoulder them start where the shoulder them, the hand them start where the hand them, the belly start where the belly, the foot start by the foot. Everybody are trying to fight for the on top. And nobody now want to be subservient to a man with them never have a successor for. So when you sit so you take away all of them something in one sweep, this is the criminal, the animal that the government has created. For Jamaica eradicate crime, it will take years, decades. Because it has to be something, it has to be systematic change. It has to be systematic change. This can't be something with a quick fix where you say government just come spend some money and just start one program and it done. For this to done, it has to be 2 generations or 3 generations down the line before we can eradicate them things, them systemic things we go on. Or over a course of time, this is something we start develop from this late 60s, early 70s. This Danman culture, this badmanism culture. From this, so it start go 70s, 80s, 90s, 20s, 40 years, minimum of 40 years it take for build that demon here. If you feel like it will take less than 20 years to fix the demon here, or quell the demon here, you is an idiot. You don't have no sense. If you feel like a man can come spend some little money and make 2 big speech and fix the demon here, or take 40 years to create, you is so idiot. I don't have no sense. This is something we have to live with. When you see little youth them now, them little, because Jashii are young youth. When you see them little youth, and him is just a voice for the voiceless. A lot of the person, because there was no light being shone pan down the sun. Nobody never turn on a light. Pan them youth they in the ghetto, them youth they will not have it. Everybody used to just sit and walk past and kiss them teeth past them youth. They have nuts. When you see them man they no worthy for you to listen to. Now when you look down in the hole, and a man like Jashii we are shine bright now, I come out, you not have to shine a light pan him a shine light pan himself because him said so and focus pan film career and him have a supernatural talent where film talent where said so and push out so him push him to the forefront where everybody can see him now. Now that everybody can see what going on in the darkness in that pit there. And the man as the person where as the spokesman for who in the pit, I come out come tell you what going down in the pit. When I look on it and say, Jesus Christ, how this animal we didn't know say a be a fat elegant cockroach and hens down the back of him too. Him and the uncle one down there. Him is the voice for a huge subset of our society. He is the voice of a huge subset of society. So whether or not you want to believe it, this is what is the reality of what these people are living. So it's a dog eat dog world out there, a kill or be killed world out there. So when you hear a man down this and the man I go say this and me I go talk this straight. I go talk this straight. You see when the man make a mention and the man I talk about the man like Shabarangs. Now help people like him or youth like him, now collaborate with the people youth like him. When the man say Sean Paul nah do it, when the man say Shaggy nah do it. The truth is the truth. Sean Paul is a man who help some youths telling them nah go around you. Shaggy is some man. Shaggy a youth will help. Him not help them musically because Shaggy is a man who help the poor people and by giving them medical resources for their children. Because if I never for Shaggy, a whole generation of pitney in Jamaica would have dead off. Because if you go down a children's hospital right now, every single thing down there have one little plaque on it, so we say donated by Shaggy and friends. Every single machine we down there. If you see 10 machines down on children, 7 of them have one little plaque we say donated by Shaggy and friends. It come like a Shaggy hospital and a government do the hospital. So Shaggy do theme part, even though him not said so highlight not talent. And I think that Jashii was specifically speaking of the talent. A lot of persons were jump up and hands in and say, I'm grateful because Shaggy did enough. But what we're talking about, the man I talk about for himself or for the persons like him or in his situation. Because I do not feel like say Jashii the uncle. Young youth out there were extremely talented, you know. And this is one of the things I'm glad for Corona. Because of Corona, whole heap of artists, you notice this year, you can't even pinpoint say which artists are the artists for the year. Because majority of the home known or the household name artists, they were lackluster this year. The persons who really shine through was the artists them when nobody no know. The Jashii them, the Skeng them, the Yaksta them, the Nation Boss them, the 450 them, the man them when nobody never know. When you've never heard of before Corona. These are the men or the artists who had the best year this year. And no one artist, it not reach a one man foot. Because right now about, if I really and truly squeeze my brain, me can name 20, at least 20 young artists or unknown artists as of last year who had breakout songs this year, good songs that went well this year. I mean, I'm talking about 1 song, 3, 4, 5 songs back to back. We clear the place. Because dancehall, because of Corona, dancehall went back to its roots. Remember, say dancehall was basically started from illegal parties, you know. Stone of them, Metro Mina, them, King Jammys, all of them big sound system, all of them started from illegal and illicit parties. When the government are front upon them, they used to hide and have to string up and bridge current at one part. They set and string up, to get one little, what you call it now? One little sound system to go and play. That's where it came from. And because of Corona and the government make dancehall illegal, dancehall have to go back in the little hole them. Where the big selector them, most of the big selector them in Jamaica, run away come a foreign. Or come a foreign where them can make money, because the money in their yard. So the little selector them where bubble down a yard, and them man they get them shine. The little producer them with their yard, where them say, oh, the big artists them gone a foreign gone tour, so make work with the little artists them with their and push them money. So the producer start put out song, them know that little selector around there say him start playing a film, little all around there, so Tivoli become a hot spot, Brook Valley become a hot spot, Kirk become a hot spot, up a Mountain View, all the little garrison them start get back them little eat, where them start keep them little party and them little all. So when them little artists from running them party and feed them little party I keep running, so when people from outside of the community are coming in the community come hear them artists there, I saw them artists they end up start get a shine and I put out a road. So all of them little young artists this year was the year where them bust, where the people come in and feed them community, come hear them song and bring it outside of the community and see it and some music start disseminate. For them money were talented big as so Shabarangs boss. Shabarangs never bust because him sets and jump and come out and some of the big see him and shove him up. Him bust the same way like oh Jashii them boss as so Shabba them boss. The same way oh Shabarangs boss. Oh Bujo Bantan boss. Are the same way Jashii a bounty killer boss. Same way. Bubbling in your community until your talent come out like like a octopus and spread its tentacles and leach out into society, where society starts say, who is this guy? And try to hear more of your music and get themselves addicted to you until you set so and spread like a disease and you just metastasize into this big elephant star. You understand me I say? And that is where music has gone back to. That is where dancehall has gone back to. So I do not wrong the young man. Yes, it was harshly said. Yes, it was a bit misinformed for him to say that them artists don't help nobody. Or, because he never said them not help nobody. Him say, them now give youth like him a chance. Because Shawarangs now gonna know a Jashii. Him now gonna know a Skeng. Him now gonna know a 450. Because them man the out of them man the line of sight. Same thing with Shaggy. The man them we know Shaggy, the man them we go up a big yard or we are power up for them man the circle. Same thing with Sean Paul. If a man no set some bring you, if a man have a link no bring you to Sean Paul now know you. Cause him now go down up in a grand spend, go sit down and ends out. If you know which one of the artists them a book. Him now go in a one hole down a St. Thomas, go know who are the attitude down a St. Thomas. Him now go know them something here. So what he said, him no wrong in a way him say, when him say them man they now collaborate with them man. The man like Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer man we no fear nothing in Jamaica where them man they are the ground god. The ground Godzilla. Them man they run and govern the ground. Everywhere in Jamaica where Bounty Killer go, him respected and highly so them man they can go in a every garrison, in a every hole, in a every corner, in a every crevice and meet all of them young youth. So Bounty Killer is more accessible to them man. Yeah? So that's why him would have said Bounty Killer we give him a collaboration now. Because Bounty Killer know his worth, know his prowess, know his pull and know the levels to where can see the potential on a first-hand basis of where this artist can reach. So him not wrong in a way him said, yes, his delivery is a bit tattered, but it's factual what he is saying.